Hi guys, this is Vicki Ronchette with Show Dog Prep School. I wanted to just do a quick live. I wanted to talk a little bit about, sorry, I'm just opening up my comments here, um, that I'm going to be doing some more shy and fearful dog stuff on Show Dog Prep School. I want to it's not going to be the focus of the business, but I just want to sort of highlight that issue because it's something that's very, very common. And people who have a lot of experience in dogs, maybe have been breeding for a long time, even, people in the pet industry, sometimes even veterinarians and groomers can have a lot of experience with dogs, but really still don't understand working with fearful dogs or reactive dogs or shy dogs or aggressive dogs. If the only tool you have in your toolbox is sort of the dog's not allowed to do that and he's going to get in trouble if he does it, then you're going to have a very difficult time working with shy show dogs. Um, the thing is that when you're working with a shy dog, you really have to be honest and clear in identifying your goals. If your goal is that the dog just needs to get over it and do it because you just want a championship and you want to get it out of the way and you have no concern about the dog's feelings, then forcing the dog might work for you. But my goal is always going to be that the dog is okay with it. In other words, I'm not okay with just the dog needs to stop reacting and doing what he's doing and just get over it and let me show him and let people touch him and it's not up to him. I'm in control. That doesn't work for me. It has to be good for the dog. My goal is always going to be not just to make dogs show, but to teach dogs to be relaxed, comfortable, calm, and truly okay with it, and hopefully like it. I mean, if you catch this early enough and you do it right, we can teach a lot of dogs to really enjoy the show ring. I mean, I've done it over and over and over again. The problem a lot of the times is that there's a lot of pressure on people to hurry up and get the dog in the ring, just make him do it. We need the points. We don't break the major. All this kind of stuff that only speaks to how all the people involved feel about it, how the community of the breed feels about it, and how we feel about it, not necessarily how the dog feels about it. So, hello, Denise. So, I really want to sort of help people understand more about fearful dogs. So we're going to be doing some things. I'm going to probably be trying to get more videos of working with shy or fearful dogs. I did post one of my puppy that I'm working who's got some reactivity issues. So I really want to make sure that I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I am not going to just say, so now I'm in this position. I currently am working with a dog, my own puppy, who is having issues with being shy. He likes some people, he doesn't like some people. He's an adolescent. Do I think that could be impacting him? A little bit. But certainly not to the point where I'm not going to work to make a change. So even if I feel like it's just a phase or adolescence or hormones or other things could be contributing, I'm still going to be working a program to support that dog. Because if, let's say, it is a phase or an age thing or a hormone thing or a combination of all these things, I want him to come out of the other end with some skills, because I already know if this has happened, he's going to have, a tendency to go that way. And so he needs those skills to deal with that for life, for being a show dog, for being a dog walking around in the world, for being my dog, for when I have people over, all these things. It's not just about how he's going to perform in the ring. It's like, I need to make a well-rounded dog. Hi, Jessica. Oh, I'm so happy that the book was helpful for you. Yeah, when I wrote From Shy to Showy, it was because so many people were joining my Facebook group, and almost always it was like, I've got a dog who's afraid on the table. I've got a dog who's growling at judges. I've got a dog who won't let people touch him. This is all fear-based. It's all fear-based, and you cannot punish an animal into not reacting fearfully. In other words, you can't say, I'm going to correct you if you're upset or you're scared. I mean, that's just going to create more anxiety. And that's how people get in this circle of like the dog not ever getting better, because he can't trust people that are going to touch him. He can't trust his owner to have his back and make sure he feels safe and comfortable. And that's what I want people to do. I want you to have your dog's back. With my puppy Rook, I have got his back. I have got his back. If he says, I can't do this yet, you know what? We're not going to do that yet. And I'm going to be writing an article, hopefully pretty soon when I can get around to it, where I want to talk to people about pull the dog from the ring. I mean, I did take Rook to a show. I did get a baseline. That baseline was that this dog is not ready. So now we're doing other things. We're doing classes. We're working in other environments to teach him to feel comfortable. He is in no way ready for strangers to be forcing themselves on him and touching him. And that's what happens at a dog show. So if you've got a dog who's worried and you enter him in a dog show, it is going to end with somebody touching that dog. This is a dog show. That's what happens. So I want to make very sure before I put him in that position, he is ready for it. Not even just ready for it, that he loves it, that he's like, let's do this. And, I've pulled dogs who were mildly sensitive before. Like I had one dachshund where one time when she was about 8 months old, she just leaned back on the table like this. I pulled her for 6 months. I worked it. I put her back in the ring, finished her like that because she wasn't ready. And the thing is, I just get so frustrated because I don't know what the rush is. Like, especially if you've got a young dog, you've got this whole dog's life ahead of you. This dog probably isn't even going to be competitive until he's an older dog in many cases. So if you've got a puppy, they don't need to be in the ring. You've got all the time in the world to effectively and correctly work through this problem so that you have a dog who's stable and you're not taking a time bomb into the ring that may just close his eyes and hope it ends quickly, or may blast off on a judge or jump off the table or something like that. So I want to try and show more videos working dogs. For my mentor program, we completely videotaped a private session I did the other day for the mentor program to watch. And I might try and piece apart some of that and just share more of that because I want people to see exactly what the process looks like. I'm also going to be doing a roundtable interview, so more of like a discussion with 3 people. One is a colleague of mine, Andrea, and then 2 are people whose dogs I've worked through from shy to showy. One of them is back in the ring, but of course he hasn't been in many shows lately because there aren't any shows. And the other one is finished her championship and been bred, but still showing. So I want to sort of showcase some of that, like that, this is not working with these dogs is not something you're just going to do in the ring. Like that's what people want a lot of the time. They say, well, what do I just do when I'm in the ring? And it's like, well, if the dog's not ready, then I wouldn't, there's nothing you're going to do in the ring to fix this problem. If you're big enough and the dog is small enough, you might be able to hold the dog still and force him, but that's nothing but a Band-Aid because it's not pretty. It's not going to look good. And I've had many people tell me, well, do you think I could enter, him in this show? And it's like, well, you can always enter the dog in the show if the dog's eligible to be entered. But if the dog is going to show the way that he's showing in class or showing with me after I've been working with him for months, if he is going to scan and slink around the ring with his tail down, he's not going to win a dog show. He is not going to win a dog show. And he is probably not going to win his breed or do anything else. And all you're doing is damaging the relationship with the dog. If you say, oh, but he's so pretty, that's not pretty. No matter how gorgeous a dog is, slinking around the ring with their tail tucked, frantically drooling, scanning around, trying to figure out a way to escape, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. I would not want to show my own dog that way. I would not want my breeding program presented in that way. And I would not someone else's breeding program who I care about to be presented in that way. So I really want to help people understand more about fearful dogs and why they act the way they do. Because training a dog who's dealing with emotional issues is not the same as just training a dog to sit or lie down. In other words, just taking a cookie and luring it in a position and giving him a cookie, it just doesn't work that way. You're dealing with emotions. And when an animal's truly worried, he's usually trying to escape. So I want to talk about that more with people, how to change emotional responses, how to support fearful dogs, how to help yourself when you're trying to deal with the fact that you just had to pull a dog from the ring. And, you know, it's sad. It's sad if you were excited to show and now you can't have this dog out there. So I just want you guys to sort of keep an eye out for more of that kind of stuff. Know that I'm here. If you need help with a fearful dog or a shy dog, we do a lot of this in my mentor program, supporting people, helping them work through issues, looking at videos together and sort of pulling it apart. I also work on this remotely, and I have my book, who, like people like Jessica, thank you so much, has recommended it to many people with Shelties. I appreciate that, because I did not invent desensitization and counter conditioning. This is a very long-standing, proven method for changing emotional responses in animals, all animals, human animals, non-human animals, all species. So it works. But I've just tweaked it for the show ring and tried to make it accessible to people who show. So keep an eye out for that. Know that Show Dog Prep School has From Shy to Showy, our book. We have webinars. I'm doing more live webinars with that. And we have, our online course. So those of you with shy and fearful dogs, we want to help you. I want to help you. So know that we're here for you. And look for some stuff coming up. And if you haven't already, on our Facebook page, like us, turn the notifications on so you're following us so that you hear when we're having events. And you can always look in our events section on our page to find when we're having interviews. Like, our interviews are free. You can watch past interviews, many of them on our YouTube channel, but also in our Facebook group. There's no charge for those. I mean, you can come a lot of times, ask questions, and that's just part of this service that I want to offer to the community of help for people who are looking for it. So I hope you guys will sort of keep your eyes peeled for that. Good talking to you, and have a great week.